time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
And John Crappie. Oh, I laugh at that every time I see that intro with Team Bigfoot in the house. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast 203 Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report with my outdoor reporter Shane Jones, and I got Kevin and Joe Allen in the studio. Boy, I'm glad to have them over here. Today we just got through talking with Keith Huntin, the Fisheries Development Coordinator for the Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries Division, and he talked about the bait program. Me and Kevin talk about it all the time, and the public boat ramps. He made a huge announcement about Eureka Landing and Claiborne Landing in Monroe County. They're fixing to redo both of those landings down there. I didn't even know that. Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're fixing to redo them in Monroe County. They're fixing to redo the one in Mount Vernon, and they're waiting on the permits for the one in Choctaw County. So we got some good stuff going on. You hear that, don't you, Bud Williamson? But he was a good interview, and I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. Millis Ferry and Jones Bluff running round the clock. Spill gate open. I don't know what the water temperatures are. I say in the low to mid 50s. Wouldn't you say, Shane?
Yeah, that's probably so. It's going to dip down a little bit. I think it's supposed to get cold this Friday.
Yeah. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, I want Shane to go over some stuff. He did a live show the other day for a sponsor that bought a trip to give away. He went on live. And how many viewers did you have, Shane?
8,100 people viewed that thing. And I think 374 shared it. So I want to thank everybody. She was happy as she could be about it. So.
That was Jessica Miller, Buckmaster Real Estate, and she got her money's worth out of that little.
She did. She worked for Keller Williams here at the house, and it's opened her eyes to this outdoor community. So she's like, whoa. She understands fishing and hunting and been around it, but she didn't know the impact that all these viewers have and listeners. So she does now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also, while we got everybody's attention, tomorrow night, Shane is going to do a special on his new Facebook page, Shane Jones Fishing. And you're going to do a question and answer. Talk about that a minute, Shane.
Right. Me and some friends of mine, we talk crappie, you and Joe Allen, everybody. We talk crappie all the time, and, about every night. And I'm going to start a little podcast. It's called Crappie Cast with a K. And I got John Fulmer's going to be on here with me tomorrow night. And we're just going to answer people's questions and share our experiences and opinion and share some products we use. And just, all day long, I'm answering questions on texts and Messenger. I love helping people. So I think it's just going to be able to expand on that, and we'll see how it goes.
I think it's going to be a huge hit. And like I said, one more time, it's going to be on Shane Jones Fishing Facebook page. It's a new page that he has just started. If you hadn't already gone and liked it, you need to. And that'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Of course,
yes, I don't know how organized we're going to be. We're going to add John on here live, and he's going to, he's sponsored by Andalusia Marine and Big Bite Baits. Him and his wife were the state champions of Alabama from last year, 2000. I guess it's 22. And he's going to be on the women. He fishes a lot. He catches the mess out of them, so it should be good.
Yeah, and that I look forward to it. And you always get some good questions. There's a lot of people that really, these people not like you. They not like you. They don't fish.
That's right.
40 hours a week like you do.
I don't get to fish that much, but heck, if I can help people catch some fish.
What? Wait a minute, what?
If I get to fish on the weekends, these people that don't get to fish, but every other weekend or once a month, I want to maximize their time. So maybe we can share something with them that they can try and maybe catch a lot more fish. So
Time on the water. Time on the water. That's what we
exactly
got.
Right.
All right. It's something, Joe Allen, we were just talking about before we went on. Martins have been spotted in South Clark County, so you need to get those martin boxes cleaned up. Joe Allen, you need to hurry up.
What I want somebody is tell me some ways to build where snakes can't get up the pole, or how to protect my martins.
Yeah, well, I mean, they make snake protectors, but I'm going to tell you, a snake wants them, they going to get up there. You know how that snake got in there and got that
bird? I hate that.
Prothonotary warbler got him. Sure did. We got it on video.
Hey, Denise.
Mr. Denise is tuned in. And the bluebird boxes, too, you need to get them cleaned out. Bluebird boxes and your hummingbird feeders. You need they'll be here before you know it. Now, we do want to make an announcement before we get into the hunting and fishing report. We had 19 entries last month in the Camp Chef, Getting Outdoors Camp Chef Photo Challenge. And I want to remind everybody to send your pictures in, hashtag them GOCCPC. Send in your prepared food, plate, stovetop, buffet, any kind of photos. Brief description. The recipe is optional. If you want the recipe, that's fine. The county, the state, and be sure to hashtag it GOCCPC. We will be giving away a nice prize every month. And this month's winner is Sonny and Kathy Stuckey. They won with smothered cube steaks, country fried steak smothered in gravy with mashed potatoes, butter beans, and a salad. And that is a good looking picture right there.
That's a fine looking plate. And what people need to understand when we judging is, I know that a lot of it I would love to have tasted it.
Yeah.
And we went to a
this is a
different level.
photo contest.
It's a photo contest.
Yeah.
So
presentation
is a whole thing.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, even
that makes me hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was, you can't beat that, right? I mean, so, but everybody.
Glass of bourbon, that's probably what got Joe Allen's vote.
I forgot to add that glass of bourbon in there.
That's what Todd saw right off the bat. They drank a little bourbon there. So, but it's all in presentation. So, even though you got a fine cooked meal and just put it on a plate, that ain't gonna work. You got to put
Well,
like,
everybody's gonna learn from
that.
this picture.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. It's gonna get better. I mean,
it's
you're gonna
get
start seeing some chef presentations.
Yeah,
You know?
so y'all send them in now. Send them in, tag them, and we February we give another prize away in February, and that was we had 19 good ones too,
Yeah.
Joey. It was some good ones.
I mean, me and Donald kind of went through them, and Donald kept saying, "I bet that tastes good though, right there." But Donald, we ain't going by what we will probably want to eat.
Yeah,
we got to look at it.
It's appearance,
it's
and
appearance.
presentation.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Sonny and Kathy. I talked to Kathy last night, and they're gonna come by here and get their prize, which is a nice 6-piece little set we got this month from Safford Trading Company. Next month we'll get one from Dunn Sports.
Batter Pro Bowl.
Yeah, we'll get something from you to give away.
That's what it's gonna be, a Batter Pro Bowl.
All right, good deal. All right, let's see what else we got. We done already talked about Shane's YouTube channel. Let's talk about Shane Jones' YouTube channel, because you put a video up, and I liked the way you were sitting in that boat, Shane, talking about what you did before you went to the video. That's some good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what people want to see and learn, what I'm using. And Patrick Stone was telling me, he's like, hey, man, me and you both need to slow down because you get so excited when you hit a video and people, you take stuff for granted. People want to say, hey, what lines he using, or what jigs he using, what color, why is he using that color, why is he using the 8th, or and I'll try to get more detailed as it goes. So, but I enjoyed that. That was a fun weekend we had.
Yeah, you going back this weekend that's Lake Talquin, right? Lake
Yes,
Talquin down in Florida.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into the Town Country United Bike Hunting and Fishing Report, and I'm gonna start off with this right here, because I tell you what, Monday morning at about 6:30, old Stacy Gaston called me, and he said, "Big Daddy," he said, "I'm coming to Camden. Meet me at Larry's. Let's eat breakfast." And he begged me to go with him. I wish I had went with him, because he caught his personal best catfish, and I'm gonna show you
At Miller Ferry.
Yeah,
You should have went with him, because you don't do nothing else.
Alabama, on the Alabama River, and first thing I'm gonna show you, this is he called me, and I took my drone down there, and he wanted to show it to me, and this is the first video I took. Don't nobody love it more than he does. Now, here it is. He released that fish, 64 pounds. Need to go back and get and record the video off the live feed and put it with that video, the drone video.
Well,
Or take the audio off of it and put it with that.
That's right.
What I like about all of it was watching him and see the excitement in his eyes.
Yes,
And when he got through, he said, "Excuse me, folks, I just got to get my composure and stop." He was shaking all over.
He was loving it, man.
That means he loves what he does.
And he had it on video, and he had it live, and I mean, it was just a great day for the old cat catcher. I tell you, he's doing a great job. And what about old Hound Dog? Old Hound Dog went down there Sunday evening. That rain, walked down that riprap and caught him a big old catfish.
Yeah, saw
They
that.
got him a little hole down there.
Yeah.
I seen where he was sitting at.
Yeah. And I've been getting pictures all week of Brian Taylor's new 24-foot boat. He's lighting it up, son, putting them smack down rod holders on it. And I tell you something else about Stacy. When he caught that fish and he posted, he dedicated it to Lonnie Ray. And I mean, that meant a lot to me, because him and old Lonnie Ray were good friends. And I tell you, that was good stuff. All right, catfishing, jugging coming up, Joe Allen.
Yep.
2 weeks.
We're getting
2
ready.
weeks.
We're getting ready.
What about it, Kevin? You always kind of quiet now.
I'm gonna refrain till later in the week.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and holler, even though I can't holler. I'm gonna holler anyway.
Well, you ain't got nothing to holler about for the last 3 now.
Well, I look at it like this: my chances are getting better because I done had
the odds are in your favor.
They are in my favor,
Mm-hmm.
And all right, I saw you wiggle your lip. Wanted to say
I
something.
corrected my mistake.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's coming up, Joe Allen. You taking interest, and you're taking the first 10 entries at Dunn Sports and putting them in a hat and drawing for 2 bags of bait, right?
Right. And I got right now, well, and everybody needs to understand now. It gets closer to the end now. There's nobody gonna be taking up money the day of the tournament.
That's right.
And you better have your interest in earlier. And if you call in and want to put it on a credit card, there's going to be a fee added to that.
Yeah.
So it'd be best to hurry up and mail them in now, or come by and do that. But don't wait till the last minute, because there ain't going to be nobody to take your money, because,
John Farmer's on here, Shane.
Oh,
He's gonna be on with you tomorrow night. And Jason Domain is on here. The Delta Jig Company. Look at that. And Sonny and Kathy Stuckey on here. Thank y'all for the picture. That was a great picture. And congratulations. All right, catfishing. If you're coming this weekend, Joe Allen, the water's rising. Is it gonna crest? What's it gonna do?
No,
limb lines in play. Jugs in play.
It's wide open. It's up high. I'd get in the flats, get in those cuts where the water going through. And or in your big sloughs, and throw the jugs out.
And below the dam down there on the riprap. Look what Hound Dog's doing.
Well, you could do what he did, because the day I noticed, I was down at the house. There was cormorants in the slough, cormorants in the river. Mm-hmm. The cormorants in the river were right along the edge. And there was schools of shad still in the river, but they were in that right along the edge. So if you're going to want to do the real rod type, that's where you get in the edge of the river in that 15, 20 foot of water, and do the jugs inside the slough. Either one.
Eddie
water.
Eddie.
And skipjack. That's what Stacy caught that big catfish on, and that's what Hound Dog caught his on, skipjack.
And what Stacy tell me, that's the Holy Grail.
Yeah, the Holy Grail. All right, let's go to crappie fishing. Shane Jones, you left Alabama this weekend, went to Florida.
Tammy Dixon's on.
Yeah.
Tammy,
hey, Tammy.
Denise's first cousin.
Yeah. How you doing? All right, Shane, Florida versus Alabama last weekend. You went to Florida because of the water conditions in Alabama, right?
Right, and we were carrying Tommy Randolph's boat to him, so some guys here were fired up, and we all just made a trip out of it since we had to go down there. And good thing about Florida is it doesn't get blowed out. It's all spring fed. It's dark, but it's clear water. So I knew stuff up here, everything here was getting, down in the Malpas, water's, I think, 10, 11 foot high at the dam there at Selden Dam. And the Hoy River up here, it's up a little bit, but yeah, that's why we went to Florida. We had a blast, caught a lot of fish, man. That's a special place down there.
Well, listen, now y'all went to Florida because of the water, but you can still catch crappie in these muddy water.
Yes, sir. It's just the only thing the muddy water does is it spreads them out. It spreads them out. It may be, them blackfish are wanting to get together in school, and it's just going to bust them apart. You might get in some of these creeks and like I said, surprise yourself, and there may be some fish stacked up somewhere in these creek mouths. They got to get ready. They're not far from, a couple warm nights of moving in those creeks. So,
well, I started to call Gerald Overstreet today because I remember he used to go when it's flooded as it could be and muddy. He used to love to go, and he'd catch the heck out of them. I don't know. I need to find out how he did it.
I'm not sure, those whitefish could be anywhere, but, without me going down there and telling you, hey, this is where they want to be, or this is what I'm sure the main river's out of play besides some eddies like you and Joe Allen like to fish, but that river would be getting it.
Yeah, it sure will. You got your number one fan on here saying folks fishing in the catfish tournament better watch out, old Sims. He's mighty quiet. And then you got your number one student on here said, Joe Allen, I'm over here at your camp getting your jugs ready for you changing the hooks out.
Yeah.
Me and Trav, we conversed on this.
Travis.
That we figured that he was using hooks that were too big. We needed to put smaller hooks on his jugs, so we thought about that. And Travis found some circle hooks that was in a double aught, so he's gonna put them on his jugs.
Yeah.
So a little brim hook.
Yeah. But they circle hooks. Now, they just small.
I'm
circle
gonna tell
hooks.
y'all.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna take off that whole week and pre-fish now.
You ain't gonna have nothing left.
Who gonna help you?
I got people. Don't worry about it. I'm recruited help for pre.
He gonna be serious if he gonna pre-fish that
I'm
much.
serious this time, and I'm gonna fish all of Travis's holes all week long.
Get all the fish out.
all the fish out. We're gonna have a big fish fry with his fish.
All right.
Save the dang put RSVP on all of them, so just in case you ain't got enough for a big meal.
All right, Joe Allen, crappie fishing this weekend. If you going, what would you do? Eddy water, back in the back of the slough.
To be honest,
Catfish.
No, but this is coming February.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we fished here for years, and it's same thing over and over. Come February, them fish are moving up in places like Alligator, Mill Creek, Shell Creek, and they and they're gonna be scattered. Now, in times past, before all this, we used to troll for them, and we caught the fire of them doing that right there in the mouths of all them places. All you keep going to every big slough or creek upriver, and that's what we done. And me and Kevin used to do it. We didn't know what we was doing. We'd hang poles off the side of the boat,
rod and reel, with short poles,
and troll right up through the mouth in that 18 to 20 foot of water. We let so much line out. We didn't know exactly what to do. We didn't have a live scope, but we caught fish doing that.
Yeah.
We did.
And then one day up in, I was in Foster Creek, hit them good.
2 days in a row.
And Kevin was beating me, and I couldn't figure out what he was doing. He was shortening his up just a little bit, and he didn't tell me about it.
Well, I kept mine was dragging the bottoms, and I reeled up. I reeled it up too many times. I wasn't fishing about 10 foot deep, and I went to catching them fast.
Right, they're getting ready. The good thing about it is, there's old John talking about. He sent me some video today. He caught some
early this afternoon in muddy
he's
water.
down there fishing the lake. It's muddy down there where he's at, but he don't have he's got some current, but not like that river.
That Alabama River a little different.
Ooh, I coming back from Florida. And I peeked over the bridge, and it was up in the trees. I said, "Lord have mercy."
All right, let's talk about bass fishing. I know that they opened up Bibb County Lake today. Did you see that 8-2 they caught bass they caught today at Bibb County Lake? Pride of the South will be here on February the 11th. And I don't know if she's made the announcement this afternoon, but Maddie sent me a text this afternoon, and her Bridgeport Summer Team Trail Community Neighbor Bank has added on $1,000 for the Angler of the Year.
Good.
And that's going to get some fishermen right there.
That's gonna be
So
strong.
I want to thank the Community Neighbor Bank for supporting Maddie. She puts on a good tournament.
Yeah.
And bass fishing, Kevin, what you gonna do in this kind of water, bass fishing?
Well, that it's going to be about temperature, and where me and Don caught those fish at last week. Don went back and checked them this weekend, and the temperature lost 8 degrees in there, and it was back down to the low 50s. It's 58, 59 in there, and it's back down to 50, 51 in that real skinny water. But where it's at, it's a lot of runoff, and it's you're getting that fresh rain water, and it's colder, coming in. But we're gonna need a couple Sunday afternoons to get that temperature back up. I don't know that them fish will leave completely, but they're not going to be in a chase pattern. You're going to have to probably flip or slow down a little bit, you know. And I think the crappie be the same way. That, you know, some of these crappie that was staging in this on these points and on your bigger creeks and on your creek channels and stuff like that, you know, that they're not going to be as aggressive. You still probably better knock them in the head and catch some of them, but they're not. You get within 6 inches of him. Last week he probably run up there and get it, but now where you're gonna have to really hit him in the head, you know. It's just I don't think the fish are moved that far, just it's gonna be a difference in the aggressiveness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that water will be back down next weekend when Jeremy brings the pride to the south end. Maybe I
know at Miller's Ferry when the water as the water starts to drop, and as soon as they close them gates, you know, you get a little back flush, and it is going to push a little mud in the creeks. But while it's going down, and they got, you know, after they had that initial back flush, and say they close, you know, they got 4 gates closed, leave 6 open, then that's when you start seeing that clear water pushing out and the muddy water going down the river. You're going to see some of these mud lines and some different change in colors as you go into some of your sloughs, and that'll definitely make, you know, catfishing, crappie fishing, baffing, you know, like them fish will move into that little bit clearer water, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Even if the temperature ain't right, they'll move in there away from that showing up muddy, swift water.
Well, it's going to be a challenge this weekend if you're fishing for anything, the way that water is. All right, let's go to small game. You just saw the post I put up where Jack went to South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds gave a chainsaw to give away at the Elvis Robert St. Jude Memorial Hunt coming up February the 17th and 18th at the Armory in Jackson, Alabama. They are looking for sponsors and things to do for the auction. All this money is going to the St. Jude's Hospital. And also that same weekend, the Alabama Hawkers Association is having their meet and hunt in Demopolis. A&M Pond and Monroe is having their Spring Coyote Classic. And the David K. Nelson squirrel hunt's going to be in Selma out of the Central Alabama Farmers Co-op, sponsored by the Alabama Wildlife Federation. And that's the same day of the jugging contest. That's so right. There's a lot going on February the 18th.
I need to holler out to Jared. I need me about 3 or 4 more coons.
Okay, you hear that? Yeah, he's been going.
I know
going.
It. And so I can do my camp chef cooking with the coon.
There you go. We wait, and we have got the camp chef cooking with the ducks. I just ain't had time to edit it, and but we will.
And I'm gonna add one that it's gonna get springtime. I'm gonna bring him a big old griddle. He's gonna do one cooking
he loves them.
Big old griddle.
I'll fry him up.
Yeah. I ain't gonna eat the damn griddle. I eat piece of one. Like
I tell you what. There's a lot of folks say they won't eat a lot of stuff, but after it's cooked, and if it's cooked right, then try it, then they say it's pretty good.
Me and Travis tried that griddle. I'm through with that griddle. I don't. All right, the big doe contest this past weekend. Kevin, you nailed it again. That's 2 in a row. Heather Campbell won it with 123 pounds. You had 124. And I had 141. I don't know forgot what Joe Allen had.
I tell you, he had one like 171. He wasn't here. I nominated. I gave him his score.
170. Yeah.
I think I got him wrote down. I thought I had him wrote down somewhere.
It's always good to have a friend.
I know it. You should have been here.
But anyway, Jada Carey had 100. What is that? I can't read. 114. And a second place, and Craig Gamble 110. Was 4th place. So that was your big doe contest. Michael was in the studio with me Friday morning. We drew for the final $250 random prize, and my little buddy Owen up in Selma won it, and he's had a pretty darn good year. So congratulations to everybody. And the next thing will be announcing the winners of the big buck contest, and y'all keep them pictures coming. I tell you what, I have to just sit down sometimes an hour to go through all the pictures and the names and the first bucks and Jared said for you to message him.
I'm Jared. I will, because I need 2 or 3 more, and when we do the camp chef's cooking of the coon, you can come down there with us and get you a plate of it.
you and Joe Allen and Kevin had a hunt this afternoon. I had a lot of people comment on the picture, said that Kevin looked like he was elk hunting out west and killed that little old 80
Well,
pound.
you got to have a little production in this operation. You know what I mean?
All right, talking about ducks now, y'all had Chef Levin LeBlanc, is that his name? That was with the camp chefs this weekend doing pot roasted duck.
Yeah, that was the real deal. Now we're talking about. That's the family that lives down there in.
He's part of the award-winning Tucker ATV cook team too.
But they from down there in South Louisiana where the real deal is.
Mm-hmm.
And he went through all of it in the video, talking about how they learned this recipe. And he's from a family of duck hunters and shrimpers.
Mm-hmm.
That's been
chefs.
And I got tickled at him. He said he learned all his cooking skills from his mama. And I said, didn't we all?
Yeah, that's right.
But
if you go to Louisiana down there, if they 6 years or older, they're already a chef.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it edited this week. I got to go to the doctor in the morning. Maybe I'll have time tomorrow evening to do it. And it's just it wasn't but 18 minutes, so it ain't gonna take me that long.
But he's from Lafitte, Louisiana. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Lafitte. And
I met him before. I met him down at that Alabama Wildlife Federation cook-off when he's cooking with Shannon down there. And,
but
he's a 100% coon ass.
Yeah.
Right?
Now his daddy, Mr. Gary, his family's been hunting up here for I couldn't tell you how long. Well, I tell you what, today Dunn Sports has been in business for 30 years, and they've been coming in my store the whole time.
30 years. Dang, that's pretty good. You got any 30-year specials going on?
Oh, but we got plenty of them. Come by the Dunn Sport. We should start our Valentine's Day. That's coming up next. Mm-hmm. And get something for your honey or whatever.
And that's what I tell all you guys. Those ladies, they don't give a darn about candy and cars. They want something from Dunn Sports.
Well, we got Coastal sunglasses. I think we're going to run them at 20% off. We got all them clothes. We're still running at 30% off. Come by now. We're ready to get rid of something to get ready for the spring inventory. So now it's time to come get a huge deal on anything hunting.
Yeah, including guns.
Oh, yes. All long guns, we'll make a deal quick.
Yeah, they dealing at Dunn Sport.
Joe Allen, they finna ready to Jew when you just come on in and Jew with Joe and Bubba.
Yeah. I mean, even Bubba, that's what you see Bubba getting involved in the sale.
Bubba's ready to make a deal.
All right, Kevin, rodeo. Anything going on in rodeo?
We're having Livingston's having two. They're having what they call a ranch rodeo. And it's kind of like it really be something to see. It's going to be events like using dogs and things like that, and herding and stuff like that. It's going to show some of these events like that. It's a fundraiser, and then they're going to have one. It's a kids rodeo, and it'd be mutton busting and stick horse barrel racing. It's several kids events. That's coming up in the 1st of March too. And Brody Dim's first event will be the 16th through the 18th. That'll be the first sanctioned college rodeo. It'll be in, I think we got to go to Meridian at MCC over there. And Brody sent me a Snapchat yesterday. Said that they delivered them 4 war ponies, practice horses. That's what he called them, the war ponies. They get started.
Well, I'm ready to watch him ride. I really am. And I done told you, I don't care about all them gloves and rigging. He better learn how to mark them horses out when he comes out to shoot.
I think he's been practicing hard and getting his mind right and making plans. I believe we're gonna be better. And I know we got a lot of room to move up, but I believe he's gonna get going here directly. You
got another Model 7 use rifle, Joel?
No, with the Remington stuff is crazy. It's still hard to get. They've really trimmed that down. I don't know what Remington went broke, and they're just getting started back, and it's just hard to get some Remington stuff.
Well, All right, Donnie, I have my tickets in my hand, and I got to give them to Travis to bring back the fundraisers for the Marengo County Shrine Club. This is what they're raffling off: a crawfish cooking package, an outdoor 90-quart crawfish baller with a paddle. How much is that worth, Joel? 90 quarts.
I don't know.
Depending on aluminum stainless.
Yeah.
It'd be, but it's expensive.
10 by 10 tailgate tent, an apron, a 120-quart cooler, and a folding chair. $5 tickets, 5 for $20. I done got me $100 worth, and I challenge all of y'all to get $100 worth. All the proceeds are going to the Marengo County Shriners Club, and they'll have the big turkey shoot coming up in March, and I will be talking about that. But go ahead and get your tickets. And who all out there?
With a tent and a chair and an apron and all.
Yeah,
that's $500 in right now.
90-quart crawfish baller with a paddle, a 10 by 10 tent, an apron, a 120-quart cooler, and a folding chair.
Oh, that's over 500.
Yeah,
then.
so y'all get your tickets. Ain't a bunch of boys out there at the meal got them, Kevin?
Oh yeah.
So
Leon got his new boat in. I seen on Facebook.
What did he get?
He got a new blazer. He had his other boat. He had some hull damage on it, and I seen his picture of it on Facebook. It's gray and red. Look pretty sporty.
yeah, I can't wait to see it. They want them $3,000 at the ABT 100.
Well, that's what the entry fee was. They even now. All they got to do is win one. They'll be ahead.
That's right. Freddie said, "Welcome to the Meridian. Kevin put a branch store in East Mississippi, Mr. Dunn."
Well, I hate to tell you, it's 30 years. I'm on the downhill slide.
You thinking about turning that store over?
I'm getting out of it, but a young man should do it.
All right. Anything else, y'all? Anything else you got? All right. Tomorrow night, 7:00. Shane Jones Fishing Facebook. Tell them once again what we're gonna be doing, Shane.
Yeah, me and John's gonna be answering some questions as to the best of our ability and give our opinions. But get your crappie questions together. I mean, there's no such thing as a dumb question. Heck, a lot of people don't know because they're scared to ask and want to know what this is and what that is. And we can get as detailed as you want and tend to live scope, or just as simple as what knot we tie. So hey, we'll do it.
See, Leon said he needs a new Gettin Outdoors sticker.
I got some for you. I got some for Shane too. I got to get some of them stickers on Shane's boat.
Hey, Shane,
yes,
we need you to commentate, like be doing the bankside interview and live for the crappie tournament, for the jugging tournament.
Yeah.
I
was supposed to have a guide trip that day down there with Mr. Tommy, but if it don't favorable, I'm telling people I'm not going to carry them if the river's just kind of boogered up, unless I'm just catching a fire out of it. So I'm actually going to see him this weekend down there in Talcott. He's down there fishing himself. So.
Well, I'll be tuned in. Everybody else will be tuned in.
Yeah, like I said, I'm blessed to have a bunch of friends that's professional, crappie guys and some guys that's really good anglers. And between all of us, somebody's going to know our answers. So.
Yeah. And I expect it'll be some good questions too.
I'm gonna call in with the number one question.
There you go. Do it. Just type it in right there, Joe, out on the bottom. I'm gonna have my phone.
All right.
I'll be squinting.
The way Joe has been fishing lately, he ought to have a lot of questions.
Just keep laughing now. Just keep laughing.
What's the question? Give him. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, we can take it, buddy. I got to tell you, like I said, I've got some. John's come up with some analogies, as far as using live scope and myself, and you got people like I spent the weekend with Eric and Patrick 2 weeks ago, and you can pick up a lot of knowledge with those guys. I think they're gonna come on the show, and they're fishing a tournament down at They were supposed to be at Cross Lake, and it's flooded. I think they're on the Red River now, so it kind of messed a lot of those guys up. They're pre-fishing, and I'm going to get them on and tell you, try to keep up with them and what they're doing and how the tournament scene's going. People just don't know, because all you get to see is the weigh-in. You don't get to see any other aspect of the tournament. So.
That's right. And this new format that what is it? The Alabama Crappie Trail.
Yeah, so they done it like an MLF. Whatever. I think they were weighing fish a pound and up. John can tell you. he marshaled down there this past weekend down at Darbone.
So that'll be worth tuning in to hear how they doing that new format with that.
Right. Yeah. Hayden Jeffries caught, I think, 110 fish for 259 pounds in 2 days.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I may have been more than that. I don't know how many, 200 and something fish. Yeah. I forget. It was astronomical. I don't even know how many he caught, but he caught 259 pounds worth anyway. So.
Well, a lot of things that when y'all do this question and answer, the terminology, just getting the people hear us talk about things, and I'm sure that sometimes they don't know exactly what we mean.
Yeah, if you're talking about a bait, a monkey milk, everybody knows what a monkey milk is because they've been around forever. But that basic shad color, and talk about heads and profiles of baits and what do you think the crappie sees. The good thing about live scope, it's done away with a lot of myths. Me and Tommy were talking about this weekend. I had a bunch of fish go down and hit my bait this weekend, and years ago, crappie don't go down and bite. It kind of bunked that myth. So,
hey, Orlando Carter said it sounds like even the bass guys will get something out of that show.
Hey, they might could. Like I say, hey, I've had a buddy of mine's a professional bass fisherman. He fished with me several times. And, hey, the good thing about crappie fishing, it gets you tuned in if you're going to use a live scope, and then you take it and format it to whatever fishing you're doing. Catfishing, it doesn't matter. Just whatever brim fishing. I mean, I went by some brim beds in Florida. They're old, but I was thinking, man, I'm going to bring my butt down here and get on them shell cracker beds here. I don't know when they do it, but I'm going to find out.
You got any more of those Browning 3 camo shirts? Bud wants to know, Joel.
Yeah, I do.
There you go, Bud. Make you a trip to Dunn Sports. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'll see you. We'll see Shane tomorrow night. See you guys. You gonna work this weekend, Joellen? What you gonna do this weekend?
I'm gonna deer hunt.
Okay.
I'm after old split toe now. I'm gonna get him.
All right. And I hadn't even mentioned that.
I might be the shooter again. We'll see.
That energy. I had about 15 people call me wanting to know how they could get some of that energy deer jerky that Joe Allen.
I can't sell that because that's made from wild deer. You can't sell that.
Yeah.
But if
now they want that jerky that you have to have when you catching them big catfish. That's
secret recipe there. Now
I did a little taste test on it.
It's just like Popeye and spinach. It's Joe Dunn and jerky.
Oh goodness.
Well, you must have been out of it for the last 3 years.
Yeah. I tried. I tested one of them like that, and I hit my head, get in the truck, jumped up in the truck, hit my head, got to the house like that, missed all 3 steps, fell on the porch. I mean, just.
All right, guys, be sure to tune in tomorrow night. Shane Jones Fishing on YouTube and Facebook, but the show is going to be on Facebook, right?
Yeah, it's going to be recorded. I'll probably put it on YouTube if it does well. Like I said, I'm hoping people catch on and it grows into something big because, like I said, we're all passionate about it. Everybody keeps up with it. So.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night. Everybody else, thanks for tuning in. Joe Allen, Kevin, good to have y'all back in the studio.
Shane.
See you, Shane.
See you,
Stand by.
See y'all, buddy.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I think